Hi, I'm Chas from Chas's Crazy Creations, and today I'm going to take a side table that I found at a thrift store and give it a little makeover. Let's get started. Here's the original table that I found at a thrift store for $5. It had 3 legs, a circle base, and a glass top. For the top, I painted it with Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color Silver Shadow. I painted the entire circle with 1 coat of paint, let it dry, and then gave it a second coat. Once both coats were done, I let it dry completely. For the legs, I started with Folk Art Home Decor wood tint in the color white. I painted it on and then I wiped off the excess. This whitewash was very beautiful, but it wasn't the look I was going for, so I decided to try something else. So next I used Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color white. I needed the legs to be a little more white than they were. Once they were painted, I let them dry completely. I flipped the table over, and you could see that on the bottom this is where the legs screwed in. I added the legs back onto the base. For the top I would be using this Folk Art stencil. I used stencil tape to hold the stencil into place, and I used Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color white, the same as the legs, for the stencil. Once the stencil was completely painted, I carefully peeled up the stencil. I then moved the stencil into a new location, used the stencil's tape to hold it into place, and began stenciling. I carefully peeled the stencil up when I was done. I then continued stenciling around the whole table so that I could coat it with this design. One of the things to be careful of is making sure that your stencil is dry as well as the other stencils before moving on. Here's the completed table after stenciling, and I let this dry completely. I cleaned up the glass that came with the table and placed it on top of the table. These little tables are so versatile, and they can be used as a side table, or maybe even perhaps a plant stand. So many useful places you can use this in your home. I'm really excited to use this table, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I hope this inspires you to give something you find a makeover. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.